And hello, my fellow nerds out there. This is Owner Richie, and welcome back once again to DDLC Blue Skies. Last time we were continuing the Yuri route. Yeah, we're continuing the Yuri route, and I'm really excited to see what happens next. Anyways, uh, I ended up getting home pretty late last night. On top of that, I had to finish some homework before going to bed. So this makes it 2 nights in a row that I didn't get enough sleep. My head feels fuzzy and warm, and I'm having a hard time finding the energy to get up. As I shove my blankets aside, I try to stand up. I struggled to maintain my balance. Crap, I can't do it. I flop back into my bed, sinking down into my comforter. Maybe I'll just rest my eyes for a bit. What is this? My body feels like it's baking in an oven. It's pounding my head. Each wave of pain pushes me further into a haze of my fever. How much time has passed? I struggle to take a deep breath and am pleasantly surprised by the notes of lavender and sweets in the air. Lavender? Yuri? Now I think about it, I hope she didn't catch anything as well. I smile into my pillow as I think about the time we've been spending together. Not even my fever can distract me from the happiness I feel from recalling these memories. This warm fuzzy feeling inside. It's not the same kind of feeling I get when I think about friends. It's something different. However, I'm suddenly snapped out of my reverie when something cold and damp is placed on my forehead. Turn, turning in bed to face my room, I met with a sight of Yuri and Sayori sitting by my bedside. Yuri's red-faced, whispering it to Sayori as Sayori writes on a piece of paper. Richie, you're finally awake! Yeah, I guess I am. What time is it? It's about 7 o'clock in the evening. Holy, and I've been out this whole day? Hold on, what are you two doing? I get up a little, propping myself on my elbows. My head still spins whenever I move, but I'm a bit better. But I'm a bit better than I was earlier. Uh, I'm really sorry for coming to your home unannounced like this. You weren't answering your calls, and Sayori mentioned that. Relax, Yuri. I'm guessing you and Sayori came over to check up on me, which case I'm thankful you guys are here. Yuri blinks for a moment, a blush deepening on her cheeks. Oh, well, I'm glad. See, Yuri, I told you Richie wouldn't mind. So you're the culprit behind this visit, eh? Hey, you should be thankful that we're here. Don't worry, I am. I'm just teasing you. Well, you didn't show up at school and wouldn't answer our calls, so we were worried that something happened to you. You should have seen Yuri. She started panic. Sayori! Anyway, Sayori decided to visit after school, so I tagged along. Well, I'm sorry for making you guys worry and go through all this trouble. We'd much rather you were okay, so please don't worry about it. Anyway, I think I'll be fine. I'm making an attempt at standing up, but the intense waves of nausea quickly remind me that I'm not going anywhere soon. No, you should rest. I'll get you some water and medicine. Yuri rushes off, the fading sounds of footsteps signaling her descent to the lower floor of the house. You need to recover before you attempt anything more strenuous. Standing up is strenuous activity? Oh, you know what I mean. Well, I kinda need to use the bathroom. I finally stand up fully this time. Oh, well, in that case, Yuri stands up too. Do you want me to help you? Now, it could be that I'm not feeling as well as I thought I did, but at the thought of her helping me in the bathroom, it feels like my fever is coming back in full force. I sit back down as my face heats up. Okay, Richie, she's probably means something way different from what you're thinking. Richie, are you okay? Your face is burning up. I'm fine, Yuri. Here, let me help you. She proceeds to extend a hand out to me. Focus, Richie. I'd probably die of embarrassment if I ended up wetting myself in front of two girls. So I gotta make it to the bathroom one way or the other. I take Yuri's hand. It's surprisingly cool in my grasp. As she helps me back up, I start to wobble a bit. If you need to, you could. Now it looks like she's one catching a fever. She looks away, struggling to maintain eye contact. Are you okay, Yuri? If you need to, you can lean against me for support. I wouldn't want you to end up falling and hurting yourself while you're ill. Thoughtful. We ended up leaning on each other, shoulder to shoulder. Once I make it outside my room to the bathroom door, Yuri comes up the stairs with water and medicine. Hey Richie, you shouldn't be out. She cuts herself off as she glances between Yuri and me. I need to go to the bathroom, so Yuri's helping me. Yes, exactly. Okay, well, I'll put the stuff next to your bed then. With that, she heads to my room. Alright, I'll be fine here, Yuri. Okay, I'll be heading back to your room then, if you don't mind. Just call me when you're finished. Making my way back to my room, I can just barely hear the sounds of Sayori and Yuri talking. So, it seems... And Richie are... do you... Wait, what about me? Come on, you heard what he said. What? What did I say? I'm sure we just misheard him. Well, well, he doesn't know a whole lot of people outside the club. Who do you think he was talking about? Alright, Richie, you should probably stop eavesdropping now. But as I reach for the doorknob, my hand freezes. What do you mean? My mind's racing, trying to figure out if I said anything to them. Oh, come on, Yuri. Don't you think that I should go check on him? I suppose as we get approaching the door, I quickly open it. Richie! Oh, I see that you're done. Yeah, I just finished. Sari perks up as she notices me enter my room again. Hey, I just texted Monica and Natsuki that you were doing better. Ah, cool. They were probably wondering where I was, right? He's over I'm about to speak more, my stomach grumbles. Now that I think about it, would you like something to eat? Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, that'd be great. Jinx! Hmm. Hmm. Yuri sighs and then laughs alongside Sayori. If you want, we can try making something here. Do you have any ingredients we can use? I'm pretty sure that you have some salmon. Oh, and a bunch of frozen food as usual. Oh, I'd like some salmon. Given that it's a school night, it'd be preferable if we could make something fast. Just be careful not to set the house on fire again. I smile at Siri while I say this. Hey! It's one time! We end up laughing together. Well, Richie, if you're settled back in, we'll get started on the food then. They proceed to head downstairs as they take my medicine and drink some water. It's nice and quiet now. As I close my eyes, I can feel myself slipping back into the warm embrace of sleep. As until the sound of my phone ringing shatters the calm of the air. For a moment, I contemplate ignoring it, but with a groan, I reach for the phone to check my caller ID. Mom's calling. Good thing I checked. Hey, Mom. Hey, Richie, are you okay? You didn't pick up your phone earlier, so I was getting worried. Plus, the school rang me up to tell me that you didn't go in. Sorry, I must have been out. Anyway, I'm doing better now. I had a really bad fever, but after sleeping it off, I feel much better. Are you sure? Yes, Mom. Well, make sure you're drinking plenty of water and getting a lot of rest, okay? I think I left some medicine in the kitchen if you're... Mom, it's just a fever. It's not the bubonic plague or anything. But right as I say that, I can't help but hack up a wet, raspy cough. Are you sure about that? That cough sounded pretty medieval. Jeez, way to reassure me. Are you sure you're okay? I can catch my flight home if you're really ill, you know. No, that's way too much effort. I'll be fine, Mom. Seriously, it'd be bad if I were that dependent on you. You might be. Hey, you might be 18 already, but you'll always be my baby boy in my heart. Yeah. Either way, I can look after myself. Plus, some friends came over from school to help take care of me. Oh? I'm guessing one of them was Sayori. Mm-hmm. And? And what? The other friend? She's a girl, isn't she? Hey, don't be getting any funny ideas. I wouldn't dream of it. Oh, it was just Yuri. Isn't Yuri from your club? Yeah, she is. I see. So, I can tell exactly what question she is going to be. How close are you and Yuri? Called it. What do you mean? You know. Do you like her? You two seem to be close if she's concerned enough to check on you along with Sayori. Or is Sayori the one you like? Mom! Can't the mother be curious about her own son's love life? Come on, be honest. Geez, my life isn't some dumb high school rom-com, you know. What kind of angsty teenage boy tells their mom about their crushes? Aw, it's okay. I'll keep it a secret. uh, how about this? I'll answer with definite I don't know. You can't worm your way out of this one. I'm too starved for details about your life. I roll my eyes. Whose fault is that? Is that she's not? Whose fault is it that she's not here to know about my life? Almost immediately after thinking that, I'm hit with by a pang of guilt. She's not working away from the home, so she wants to because she wants to. She's doing it to support me and maintain our quality of life. So, do you know? Do you not know, or do you know just not want to say it? Uh, it might just be my guilt making me do this, but you know what? I'm gonna open up to her. It's hard to describe. So you like Sayori then? Eh? Honestly, I don't think I've ever thought of her that way. Sayori and I have been friends for so long that it's hard to imagine us being a couple. I don't know. I think I'm just too used to thinking of her as my best friend. Aw, I think you two make a nice couple. Mom. If it's not her, then it's the other girl, right? Yuri? Yeah, tell me a bit about her. Well, she's super smart but kind of shy. She loves literature and can always provide deep insight into whatever we read. Oh, and she's also really mysterious. Sometimes it feels like I know her, but then I find out something new and surprising about her and I never expected. Definitely, it definitely sounds like you like her. Wait, how do you know? It's the way you talk about her. I can't see you, but the tone of your voice makes it seem like that's the case. Or could it be a mother's intuition? At any rate, from what you described, she seems like a nice girl. Well, I think that the sound of footsteps outside my door interrupts my train of thought. This is not a conversation I feel comfortable having in front of the girls now. Hey, Mom, I've got to go now. There's a knock on the door. All right, then. But you're not off the hook for this conversation. You'd better believe we'll be continuing this next time I call. Okay, I got it. I'll call the school to let them know that you're not feeling well. Love you, Richie. Thanks, love you too. I hang up the phone and toss it aside. Come in. Richie, are you feeling better? Yuri's holding a platter of freshly cooked dumplings. I can see that steam still wafting off of them. Ooh, that's making me really hungry. Hey Yuri, thanks for cooking. And you made my favorite dumplings too. It was nothing. I remember what you said about them, so when I saw the bag of them in the freezer, I kind of had to make them. That's really thoughtful of you. Thanks again. Wait, is Sayori cooking downstairs by herself? I came out to bring you your food. Don't worry, she's making sure they don't. Yuri, can you hurry downstairs? I'll leave your food here for now. Coming, Sayori. Yuri sits down and dumplings next to me alongside a set of chopsticks. There's about 12 of them, all neatly lined up. Turning one over, I can see that the bottom is perfectly crispy golden brown. I don't want the dumplings to go cold now, but I'd much rather eat with everyone. Sayori, I'm sorry. Turn off the stove. Okay. I try to yell from my bed. Is everything alright? Yes! Sayo and Yuri. Do you want to eat together upstairs? It sounds like something is being sprayed downstairs. Maybe later. You can go ahead and eat now. Don't wait up for us. I sigh. I'm torn between panicking and laughing. Granted, they're going through all this trouble for me. Although it won't mean much if the house is burnt down, but it's the thought that counts. Anyway, I haven't smelled any smoke yet, so I'm probably good. I think. After about 5 minutes, I hear two sets of footsteps coming upstairs. Richie? Yeah? We kinda sort of, we burnt some of the dumplings. Plus, there's fire extinguishers foam everywhere. Yeah, I kinda figured that out. I'm so sorry. Hey, you guys are the only here to take care of me. As long as you two don't get hurt and the house doesn't burn down, it's okay. They glance at each other and sigh. Thank you for understanding. Yeah, thanks. Sayori glances at my plate. Wait, why didn't you eat your food? I figured it'd only be a few extra minutes to wait for you two. I can make something else after Sayori and I could clean up. But they're probably cold by now. Now that you mention it, you're right. Hey, Yuri? Yes? Could you warm these up and bring them back to my room, along with a few more plates and forks? Of course, but don't tell me you want to share your food. Yep, that's right. The girls pause for a moment. But you're sick! Relax, I haven't touched the dumplings at all. We can share them and tide us over for now. I can order some pizza in the meantime. Are you sure? Positive. It's this moment that Sayori's stomach starts rumbling. Besides, it's getting late. You all need to head back home soon. Yuri looks over at Sayori as if waiting to take your cue from her. Thankfully, Sayori's never had any hang-ups over accepting food from me. Sounds good to me. Thanks, Richie. In that case, I'll be in your care. No need to be so formal, Yuri. Oh, what I meant to say is thank you for your offer. She snatches the platter of food and hurries downstairs as if running away. Now that that's dealt with, time to order some pizza. It won't break my food budget, so long as I don't do it too often. Yuri comes back up with a warmed up dumplings. Alright, here are the dumplings. She hands them out, 4 on each plate. Hey, Sayori, yeah? Before I forget to ask, would it be alright if you picked up my schoolwork tomorrow? You could probably ask Shiori. She's bound to have all my missing work. Yeah, I could do that. After all, it won't do you any good to miss out on your education. Got it, Mom. You know that's good for you. It's for your own good. Yeah. Anyway, let's dig in. As we eat, our conversation ends up turning towards the club. By the way, is everyone done writing their poems for Halloween? I'm still thinking about mine, but I want to keep it secret for now. My poem's first draft is actually already finished already. Oh, what's it about? I'd like to keep it a secret until Halloween too. We wouldn't want the suspense to be ruined after all. That's true. We should probably keep all our lips sealed about them till then. Ah, right. I'm just so curious though. No, Yuri, her poem will probably be pretty solid. Wait, I wonder what Sayori's gonna write about. I imagine that you weren't able to write yours due to your illness. Yeah, you got me there. How'd you get sick anyway? You'd never get sick, not even when we were kids. That's probably because I was walking around in the rain last night. Huh? But wasn't it pouring down pretty hard? What were you doing now in the rain? Honestly, I don't even remember why. Richie, to be fair, if he hadn't happened upon me, he might not have been out for so long. So really, I'm to blame for Richie's illness. Oh, come on, Yuri. I was wandering around outside even without you at first. Anyway. So you two were together last night then? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. We were both looking for inspirations for our poems. We might think alike, right, Yuri? I suppose. Oh, I guess you guys found your inspiration together then, right? Well, not yet, for me at least. Maybe I'll need another late night walk with Yuri to finish up the poem. If you ever need it, I'll be happy to accompany you for another walk. Wow, sounds like fun. Regardless, with or without another walk, I'll have something together by the time Halloween comes up. I look forward to it. Suddenly the doorbell rings. I'll get it. I'm super hungry. I shuffle around my drawers for my wallet and hand Sayori the money. Hey, this should be enough to cover it. Thanks, I'll be right back. Before Yuri can move to join her, Sayori dashes off downstairs. And she really ran off. Yeah, I should probably go with her. Excuse me. As Yuri follows Sayori out of my room, I check my text messages. Hey Richie, how are you feeling? Are you okay? I got your number from Sayori and was wondering if anything happened. Hey, I wasn't feeling well, so I ended up sleeping the day away. Well, I won't be back to the club for a few days, but should be fine by Halloween. I don't know when she gets back to me. Glad that you'll be better by Halloween. Wouldn't want you to miss it. I hope you feel better soon. Thanks, Lol. Appreciate it. I finished tapping away at my phone. The girls re-entered the room with pizzas. What toppings did you order? Just normal cheese and pepperoni pizzas. Sorry, stomach approves of the choices. Well, let's eat. Thanks for the meal. Yeah, what Yuri said. The conversation peters out as much as the gooey slices of pizza. As much on the gooey slices of pizza, but eventually crossed back up again. Anyway, Sayori, I'm just curious about something. Hmm? She looks at me curiously at a mouthful of cheese pizza. Exactly how did you manage to burn the dumplings again? Both Yuri and her come to close to choking. I'm so... I'm not mad, alright? I'm just curious. Well, if you promise not to get mad, Yuri told me to keep an eye on the food before she went upstairs. So I was standing there watching the dumplings, and kept watching them just like Yuri said. But then they started smoking. Sayori. Hey, I'm not dumb, okay? They look perfectly normal to me. They just started smelling burned. Oh, and they started smoking too. That's when I called Yuri. Sayori, when I told you to watch them, I thought it was implied that you should also cook them. How was I supposed to know what you meant? I wasn't the one who read the instructions on the bag. Isn't it common sense to move the frying pan around so it doesn't stick to the bottom? They they look over at me as if my culinary knowledge as some sort of common sense tiebreaker. No other choice but to shrug at them, I guess. Anyways, I told Siri to turn off the stove when I saw that it was happening. Yeah, so I tried to turn off the stove, but I ended up turning off the heat by accident since I was panicking. And then I started to burn even more. So then started trying to scrape the dumplings off of the bottom of the pan, but the bottom layer of the dumpling skin was super hard to get off. And while I was doing that, I kind of did the same thing I did the other time. Some pieces of the dumpling skin accidentally flew into the burner. That's when it actually started catching on fire. Yep. But luckily, I remember how you put out fire at my house when the fire extinguisher is under the sink. Okay, so question: who keeps a fire extinguisher under the sink? Why would you just keep that in a keep that in like a container or something? After a second, I found one. I found one and sprayed the stove down. But don't worry, the kitchen's all cleaned up now. Well, we still need to do the dishes, but the stove's cleaned up. Man, I'm torn between being glad I missed it and being sad that I didn't see it for myself. A wave of exhaustion hits me as I yawn. I guess just hearing about all your shenanigans has made me tired, though. Given that everyone's finished eating at this point, we could let you have some rest for the night. Yeah, if you're feeling better, I can head home. I'll stop by tomorrow to check on you again. Thanks for taking care of me, guys. By the way, I'll take care of the dishes later. You all are probably tired as well. It's okay, but are you sure you don't want us to do dishes? That's alright. If you could put the leftover pizza in the fridge, that'd be great though. Yeah, I suppose that's a great. It's getting late. I'll see you later, Richie. See you, Sayori. Sayori smiles, yawns, and grabs her stuff and pizza and leaves. I'll bring you something to eat tomorrow. If that's alright, that is. That'd be great, Yuri, thank you. And thanks for taking care of me. I know I said this before, but I really appreciate it. She starts playing with her hair. It was no problem. It it can be quite difficult to manage by yourself when you're ill. She scoots towards me a little. If you need anything else, please be sure to call or message me, and I'll be over as soon as possible. I nod, smiling up at her. Yuri stands up and glances at me for a moment, then grabs the trash next to me. It feels like she wants to say something. Is everything alright, Yuri? Yes. Everything's fine now. Just making sure. She grabs her stuff and heads out the door, waving goodbye before leaving. The door closes with a soft click as she leaves. I close my eyes. This was a surprisingly fun day. Well, aside from the part where my house almost burned down and how I struggled to even make it to the bathroom, other than that, I don't know how I would have managed without the girls. On another note, I'm getting along with Yuri quite well now. It's only been a month or so since I joined the club and met her. Now it'd be hard to think about not spending time with her after school. She's a shy girl though, so I don't want to rush things. The last thing I need to do is try to move too fast just to ruin everything. I'm also glad that I'm getting to spend more time with Siri as well. We've really reconnected since we ended up drifting apart. Maybe I should get sick more often. Yeah, if a guy needs to get sick for people to hang out with him, then that might be a problem. Even as I mull over these things, I feel sleep beginning to overtake me again. I need to recover, especially since I don't want to end up missing Halloween. Tomorrow I'll think more about my poem. Oh, it was a lot of reading just for the beginning of the episode. My God. Also, just so you know, I woke up with a bit of head pain earlier, but I'll be fine though. I'll be fine. Man, it's late in the morning. I'm glad that there's no school today. It feels weird sleeping in this late for doing something besides playing games. I was up until at least 1 in the morning just reading. It isn't incredibly often, but I found myself reading more lately. It started when I found out that I was getting tired of playing the same games over and over. But the monotony of just logging in, playing, winning some, but losing more just felt so unsatisfying. Oh, I know that feeling. While there were some people who I'd play with every once in a while, we hardly talked about anything except games. The session would usually end up with someone getting irritated and leaving anyway. With books, on the other hand, I could open and close them even at school and pick up where I left off. Plus, I don't have to rely on my Wi-Fi to read books. Tell me about it. Like, I actually have a good collection of books in I have a shelf right here. All of them are really good. Even up until recently, when I read for classes, it felt really forced. I still feel that way when I have to read something dry and boring like a textbook. But it's different when I get to pick something to read that's genuinely interesting. I wonder if I feel the same way about the games if I were forced to play them for class. While I want to dismiss the idea of disliking games altogether, I feel like I'd get tired of anything real quick if it were forced on me. My stomach growls interrupt my morning ruminations. Looks like it's time to grab some breakfast. My morning routine finished, I settled down at my desk. I should probably do some homework. What the? English is one seriously weird language. I'm going to ignore that comment, since I am a native. I mean, granted, I am a native English speaker, so I can't really say anything about it. How do kids learn to speak it in the West? Very easily, actually. I actually do know that English is one of the hardest languages to learn in the world, because most of the world doesn't really speak it. Well, quite a bit of the world doesn't speak English. Wait, how much of the world actually speaks English? I don't remember. Approximately 20%. So like 18 to 20% of the entire world speaks English. Okay, yeah, I honestly kind of understand why some people find English as the hardest language to learn. You know what? I think it's time for a break. Most of my homework is done anyways, so it seems like a good time to take a walk. Man, the great clouds are really looming today. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Although, where am I going? I don't really have a destination in particular. I guess I'll just walk around for now and see what catches my eye. I ended up wandering near the shop center. Wait a minute. It looks like there's a bookstore here as well. Maybe I can ask Yuri to check it out with me sometime. But in the meantime, a sweet smell catches my attention. It smells like freshly baked pastries. I wouldn't mind grabbing something sweet right about now. It seems like a quaint little bakery. The bakery's the culprit of the fragrance permeating the air. Are those Siri and Natsuki sitting outside? Is that Siri and Natsuki sitting outside? All the more reason to take a look at the bakery. Ooh! Hey guys, fancy meeting you here. Huh? Oh, hi Richie. The two of them are seated at a small corner of the table. Natsuki's holding up a couple of cream puffs to herself, but rather possessively, while Sayori is munching on 3 giant cookies. Seems like a pretty nice place. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. They have some really great sweets, like their vanilla cake. And giant chocolate chip cookies are super yummy! Sayori practically unhinges her jaw to take another bite of the cookie. I'm surprised to see you out of the house. What brings you here? Stalking girls in your free time? Nah, the scent of sweets calls my name. Plus, I needed a break from my homework. There's only so many equations I can look before my head starts spinning. Not to mention, English as a language is a nightmare to learn. Ugh, I seriously don't get why we have to learn this stuff in like Algebra 2 and Calculus. Unless we're doing something really math-related for our jobs, I doubt we'll ever use this stuff. Well, at least English is pretty useful. I mean, I guess. Hey, why don't you grab something to eat already? Sounds like a plan. Ooh! Oh wait, no, this is the... We've seen this background before. I glanced up at the menu as I make my way to the counter. Looks like this place has a variety of teas as well, including oolong tea. I should really learn about the other types of tea too. Oolong is the only one I know Yuri drinks. Nevertheless, I'm sure Yuri would like this place. On top of the teas, they have cakes, donuts, croissants, bagels, pastries, ranging from sweet to sour, and pretty much everything bread related. I guess I'll have the chocolate cake and orange-infused black tea. They have some chocolate brownies that look really good as well, but with my exercise habits, they're probably way too rich for me. I set my tray down with a clatter once I get back to our table. So, what you get? I went with the chocolate cake and black tea. Not Yuri's oolong tea then? Yeah, to be honest, I think it's a little too bitter for me. All tea is bitter, but it's only good after you had tons of sugar in it. It's definitely an acquired taste. On another note, this cake looks really good though. The chocolate cake is thick and dense. There are 3 layers of different kinds of chocolate in between the cake. You're making me crave sweets now. Just looking at this is giving me a sugar high. I called the brownies rich. Ha. On the other hand, the tea is rather bittersweet, with a hint of orange cutting through the bitterness of the tea. As I pick up my fork, I notice Yuri eyeing my cake. To be fair, it is a rather large slice. I take a chunk out of my fork, trying to balance all the layers on it. Taking a bite, the sweetness is now overwhelming as I thought it would be. But instead it feels incredibly thick and the dark chocolate enveloping my tongue and the fudge melting in my mouth. Stop making me hungry! Jesus, this whole episode is just talking about food. The girls look at me as I grin like an idiot. You're making such a funny face, Richie. Yeah, real funny looking. Hey, this is some good cake, Natsuki. Sayori keeps on staring at the cake. Hey, Sayori, you want a bite? Of course. She takes her fork and takes a chunk out of the part that I didn't touch. Want some too, Natsuki? Are you sure? Come on, you want me to get fat trying to eat all by myself? You're already out of shape, as it is. No need to have you packing on extra pounds. She takes a chunk of the cake and eats it. If you eat some more, maybe you'll be as big and strong as me someday. He's stuck between wanting to insult me and taking her time to chew so she doesn't choke. This feels pretty satisfying to watch. Sayori, on the other hand, has been awfully quiet. Sayori? It looks like Sayori took another chunk of my cake while I was focusing on Natsuki. Her mouth is full of cake. You're so cheeky sometimes. Are you trying to prep for the winter now? I don't appreciate you calling me fat. Sayori, chew your food with your mouth closed like a normal person. A moment passes and Sayori finishes the mouthful of cake. I don't like it when you call me fat. Sayori, you literally have 3 giant cookies in front of you, and I let you have a chunk of my cake already. Scratch that. 2. She really knows how to put food away. Oh, look at her face. It's so cute. Whenever she pouts, it's too adorable. At this rate, you might as well sign up for the sumo club while you're at it. They have a sumo club? I wouldn't be surprised if they did. And if they don't, you could be its captain. But then I'd have to leave the literature club. Yeah, I think I'll pass. Besides, who'd want to watch a bunch of dudes in skimpy belts push each other around inside of a ring? It sounds super gross and sweaty. It's a respectable sport. It's a respectable sport. That was me saying it, because I saw Sayori move it. Read, Richie, read. I'm pretty sure you have to have a fair amount of muscle to do it as well. Or at least from what I've seen on TV, it seems like a lot more than fat people having the shoving contest. Plus, you need to have good balance, and if you don't want to fall down and lose. Maybe you should write a sumo-inspired poem if you like it so much. 2 men in a ring, a battle of wills and pride. Gutso writes fear. I give a mock bow. That's better than what I expected from you. far from being as good as one of my poems, though. Did you make up that haiku on the spot? Nope, I heard it on a show. Yep, totally. Definitely a Richie original. The way Natsuki shoots a glare at me doesn't reassure me that they're convinced. Anyway, the cake was pretty good. Or the other parts that I had were... The parts that I had were good. Hey, I should get going soon. Got exams to study for? You could say that, yeah. She looks off to the side, obviously not thrilled with going home to study. So I should get going too. Sorry, you want to walk back home with me? Sure, sounds fun. I quickly wolfed down the rest of my food, and as the others began packing up. Since I'm here, I might as well grab something to take home too. Hold on one sec, I'm gonna grab something to take home. Okay. I guess I'll see you later then. See you at the club, Natsuki. We wave goodbye to each other as I head back to the counter and buy 2 more slices of the chocolate cake to go. Alright, let's go, Sayori. Alrighty. I haven't talked to Sayori as much as I'd like to lately, and this is a good excuse to do so. Especially since exams are coming up and are gonna eat up a lot of our time. So, you think you'll do alright with everything? With what? For a moment, it almost looks like Sayori is a little shaken, but she's quickly dispels with a smile. You know, the exams and all that. Oh yeah! Be fine. Monika's been helping me here and there too, so you've got nothing to worry about. That's good. Just make sure you take care of yourself. No point in cramming if you end up sleeping in and missing all your exams. Yeah. Yuri kicks a rock in the sidewalk with a few feet in front of her. It clatters away, bouncing onto the asphalt road. Is something up? Oh, I'm just a bit tired since I ate a lot. That makes sense. Considering how many cookies and pieces of cake you had, it's no wonder you're exhausted. Just make sure you eat something good every once in a while, okay? Says the guy carrying 2 slices of chocolate cake. Okay, you got me there. Well, how about this? I hand Sayori a bag holding one of the cake slices. Eh? Now we can be fat together. Plus, I wanted to thank you for taking care of me while I was sick before Halloween. Together? That'd be really nice, Richie. Thanks for the cake. Maybe I should try playing a sport like Monika, otherwise everything is probably going to catch up to me sooner or later. I'd like to see Monika beat you up in tennis. We arrive in front of Sayori's house. Considering how she's looking so glum, she might be having a stomachache. Oh well, she'll be fine once everything gets digested. I'll catch you later, Sayori. See ya. I sigh as I head back into my house. Well, back to the grind. Honestly, not much is really happening in this episode. It kind of feels like a filler episode. It was so many right marks floating around, hyperinflation became a real issue. Money was more or less useless. Like Monopoly money? I suppose that's one way to see it. We'll call it here for now, guys. And that marks the end of another lesson. On to more important news. Yay! It's lunchtime! I quickly checked for my bag. Oh, gee damn it. Of course I forgot my lunch. With a sigh, I started making my way to the vending machine in the hallway. A soft tap on my shoulder caused me to spin around. Hey, Richie. Yo, Sayori. Wanna come sit with us? She motions back to Monika and Yuri standing to the side. They're all carrying their own lunch boxes. For my stomach's grumbles, I'm pretty sure it's jealous of them. Maybe a good conversation will can help them distract me from my hunger. Sure, sounds good to me. A few minutes later, we find ourselves on the roof. Oh, that's different. I don't know what makes the roof such an attractive lunch spot. Maybe it's the refreshing breeze? Either way, I'm pretty glad no one started locking the rooftop door yet. Huh, that's strange. Where's Natsuki? Oh, she texted me to say she wasn't feeling well, so she didn't come in. Anyway, how are you holding up with exams coming up? While I'm not thrilled at the idea of exams, I'll do well enough on them. What about you guys? With any luck, I'll do well. Cram school sure helps keep me on track. Monika, you don't even need any luck. You're probably gonna be first in our year as usual. And the probability of your grades are purely based on luck is infinitesimally small. So Thanks for the support, guys. How are you going? How are you doing with your studying, Yuri? You know how it goes. Studying isn't the most absorbing activity in the world, but we do what we must. Yuri, I'm surprised you actually dislike reading something. Well, just because I don't complain, it doesn't mean I like it. There are plenty of books that I dislike for one reason or another. Like what? Just books that are poorly written or have clumsily thought out themes. Huh. This is kind of weird. Kind of weird knowing that Yuri actually dislikes something, other than manga that is. Anyway, what about you, Sayori? How are you doing with your exam preparations? Sayori looks away, her half smile not exactly emanating confidence. I think I'll do fine. Some of my classes are pretty easy for me, like Japanese. Let me guess, you're not so excited for these STEM subjects. Yeah, I'll be fine though. I just gotta study some more and it should be okay. Well, that's good. Out of the corner of my eye, I catch Yuri staring at me. Nope, not wanting to back down though. I turn to stare back at her. What's up, Yuri? Huh? She quickly looks down and her face reddened. Nothing. I noticed that you didn't bring your lunch. Oh, that's because I don't have one today. Eh, did you forget your lunch again? Hey, what do you mean by forget? It's not like my mom packs my lunches anymore. Why didn't you buy anything then? Eh, lines would probably have been too long. Guess you're starving today, then, eh? Yep, guess so. I sigh. They've all unpacked their own lunches already. The food looks all the more tantalizing given that I have nothing in front of me. As expected, Yuri's brought a homemade bento, while Sayori has 2 rice balls. Meanwhile, Monica packed what looks like a club sandwich. Man, this is torture. Hey, Richie. The 2 girls look at each other bemused. You go first, Yuri. Alright, Richie, would you like to take a bite of my lunch? I'm not very hungry anyway. Are you sure? I've gone without lunch before, you know. I say that, but I'm still hoping that she shares her lunch with me. That braised pork belly in her bento looks delectable. Yes, I'm sure. Here. She picks up a bite of food using her chopsticks and offers up to me. Eh? Are you gonna feed me? Hey. A startled look flashes over Yuri's face. Did she really not realize what she was doing? Too late. Can't take it back now. I chomp down on a mouthful of food that Yuri's holding. The taste of tenderly cooked meat and lightly aromatic rice flood in my mouth. Suffice to say, it's good. Looking back at Yuri, her expression nearly makes me spew out the food in laughter. She looks crossed between mortified and happy, her face flaming. This is super tasty, Yuri. Thanks for the food. You're welcome, but next time you can use the chopsticks yourself. Fair enough. But, by the way, weren't you going to say something, Yuri? Oh, it's nothing. She looks down and fidgets with a rice ball in her hands. Really? Come on, you can tell us what's up. I forgot. Anyway, what you thinking about, Monica? So she forgot, huh? Normally I wouldn't let it go so easily, but since Yuri and Monica are here... Huh? Sorry, I kinda zoned out back there. What'd I miss? Yuri shared some of her lunch with me, and he said it was good. Surprisingly, Yuri looks a bit pleased with herself now. Oh, and she fed it to me. But please don't talk about that. Oh, it's so embarrassing. Looks like Yuri's really coming out of her shell, huh? Yuri covers her face with her hands. Oh, whoops. Yuri covers her face with her hands, flustered beyond belief. Come on, guys, let's give Yuri a break. Why don't you join in with the teasing, Sayori? What? Because I'm a nice person. You've got us there. Plus, you never answered my question. Right. Monica sighs and flicks a fingernail. I've been trying to decide on what I'm going to be doing in the next few years. It isn't too long before we all end up graduating, so I've been trying to figure everything out. Aren't you planning to go to college, though? Yeah, I am. Despite her words, her tone of voice sounds uncertain. That's what I'm planning on doing as well. I've always thought that I was suited for academia. That definitely sounds like you, Yuri. So what about you, Richie? Do you have any post-graduation plans yet? To be honest, I haven't really given it much thought. No, I can't say I have a solid idea of what I do at the moment. Fair enough. We're only years after all. Maybe I'll check into something to do with literature. Good answer. Monica plays forcefully as she says that. Smiles playfully as she says that. If you ever need more literature recommendations, you can always come to me. I'd be more than happy to help you prepare for a future degree in literature. Sounds good to me. So what about you, Sayori? Eh? I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Maybe a teacher? That's a respectable profession, inspiring the next generation. I don't know, if I had to guess, Sayori's banking on getting long vacations. Well, I wouldn't exactly complain about the long breaks or anything. She glances around and giggles a bit. Maybe I could teach classes on writing poetry. I could definitely see you as a teacher surrounded by a crowd of adorable kids. Richie would make a nice teacher as well, in my opinion. Huh, I hadn't thought of teaching it as a career before. Really? How so? As a teacher in middle or high school, I mean. You're very kind and good at listening, so I believe that you'd be good at providing support to your students. Aw, thanks, Yuri. Of course, it's just my opinion, but I wanted to tell it to you. She shyly twirls the strand of her hair in her fingers and smiles as I smile at her. While I take another bite of Yuri's lunch, the girls keep on chatting amongst themselves. Monica's right. There isn't a whole lot of time before we have to go out into the real world. We don't have forever and ever to stay like this. Provided, I don't think I'd like to stay in high school as a high schooler forever. However, that also means that I'll have a lot more responsibilities to take care of. There's also the fact that it'll be tough to stay close to everyone once we all split off into our own schools and careers. I mean, what are the chances that we all end up doing similar things at some place? Not that there isn't no chance of that happening between at least two of us, but you've got to admit that's still small. It makes me kind of sad to think about not being able to talk to everyone every day. Now that I think about it, what will happen between Yuri and I? At this point, I'm pretty sure that I want to stay close to her. Even if we end up having different interests, she's someone who I don't want to let go of. Hey Richie, huh? You were spacing out. Sorry about that. What were we talking about? At this point, it's really tough to decide on big things like our futures, when we have to ask for permission all the time for little things. Like, we're supposed to decide on what we want to eat to do for the rest of our lives, but we can't even go pee without asking a teacher. That is a good point. Well, I'm sure we'll figure something out. Well, we've got time, so let's enjoy what we can. I suppose you're right. We still have a year left before we really have to worry after all. The lunch bell rings. Alright, see you all in club. They all smile and wave a bit half-heartedly. Looks like that conversation brought everyone down a little. Dang. Alright. Well then. I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave this video here for now. This has been really a fun experience so far, so... Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye. You say you wanna try, but you never